And what we're going to do with this problem, it's keep, change, flip. So we keep the first one, change my sign, and then flip 9x squared over 22. Now once we have done that, we see we have some like factors here. They could be this way or they could be diagonal. In this case they happen to be diagonal. 11 goes into 22 2 times, so that's 1/2. And then 9/6 is going to be 3 and then a 2. And then I have x and x squared, so this would be just an x up in the numerator. Now let's go ahead and divide that through. 1 times 3 times x is 3x, and then 2 times 2 is 4. So you should get 3x over 4 for your answer. Again, I've got a trinomial, so I'm going to factor this one and then I'll leave the rest of these. But before I do that, keep, change, flip. Keep the first one, x plus 1 over 14x. Change your sign and then flip minus 7x squared over x squared plus 3x plus 2. So next thing I'm going to do is factor this one, x plus 1 over 14x times negative 7x squared, and then multiples of 2 that add to 3, that's going to be x plus 1, x plus 2, because 2 times 1 is 2 and 2 plus 1 is 3. Next thing I'm going to do is look for like factors. X plus 1 and x plus 1 can be canceled. I have a 7x squared, and then here I have an x, so this can just be 1x because there's 2 up here and 1 here. So that leaves 1 at the top. And then I have the 7. Now be careful here because this is a negative 7. When you cancel this out, you still have a negative 1 here, and then you're going to have 2 down here. So don't miss that negative 1. If you just cancel it, you'll forget that negative, and then your answer will have the wrong sign. So let's multiply through negative 1x, and then the denominator is x plus 2. So that would be, don't forget that 2. Be careful to show your work so that in case you leave something out like this. So that's actually your correct answer. You don't have to write the 1, but a few people like to see it. So for now, I will leave it. Moving on to 310. 310, I will do a few even problems, and this is on page 310. This is the most recent section, and it's page 189. And let's look first at number, let's start with number 4. Number 4 says 20 over 7x cubed minus 6 over 7x cubed. We're subtracting, we're not multiplying, so the denominator needs to be the same, and the numerator we subtract. That becomes 7x cubed, because those stay the same. 20 minus 6 is 14. Now we're not finished because we can actually reduce here. 14 into 7 goes 2 times. So this should actually be 2 over x cubed. Make sure you check to see if there's anything that can be canceled once you do subtract. Next we will let's do 8. Okay, 8 is x plus 4 over 2x squared minus x over 2x squared. Now in this case, we have the same denominator, so it's over 2x squared, and then the numerator is x plus 4 minus x. Well, x minus x becomes 0, so this answer becomes 4 over 2x squared. Again, here you can reduce this into 2 and 1, so you get 2 over x squared for your final answer. Make sure to check see if you can reduce once you get the final answer. Alright, next let's do 12. I'll do every fourth problem. Number 12 is, it says find the LCD of these two numbers, and the denominators on the two are x plus 1, and then the other denominator is x. The LCD of these two, they have no like factors. Remember, this whole thing is a factor, not just the x, because it has a plus in it. This is a factor, and this is a factor. So the LCD is going to be the multiple x times x plus 1. And you don't have to write the parentheses around the x, but you do need to include them around the x plus 1 because x is multiplied by both of them. For 16, okay, this is 16 is on page 190. Number 16 says 8x over 3 plus 1 over 5x. Now we need to find the common denominator, and because they are not the same, let's find the LCD. So LCD, there are no factors that are the same, so the LCD is going to be 3 times 5x, which is 15x. So in this case, what happens is I'm going to actually multiply this side by 5x over 5x, and this side by 3 over 3. So first, let's multiply that through. 5 times 8 is 40, x squared. 5 times 3 is 15x. And then plus 3 over 15x. So on the numerator, I have 40x squared plus 3, and the denominator is 15x. Now notice there actually is a common factor for all three of these, which is a 3. Or is there? Hold on. No, 3 and 15 can be divided by 3, but 40 can't. So you're fine. You can just leave it. You would leave your answer like that. 20 is 4 over x plus 3 over x plus 4. Now, for this problem, again, these two denominators do not have a common denominator, so I multiply this side by x over x because it's what I have over here, and then this side I need to multiply by x plus 4 over x plus 4 in order to get a common denominator. So let's multiply that through in order to simplify it. Let's see, we have 4 times x plus 4 over x times x plus 4 plus 3x over x times x plus 4. Now notice now they have the same denominator, and I put the x first just because usually we put the number out front for those. Next, I'm going to combine them, and I'm going to actually distribute this 4 while I'm at it. So this is 4x plus 16 plus 3x all over x plus 4. Now I look at it, well, 4x and 3x can be added to a 7x plus 16 over x times x plus 4. Now I want to see, is there any common factors between all three? 7 is prime, 16 is 4 times 4, but that can't divide into either of these evenly. So we actually stop there, and that would be your final answer.